And we're away in the women's 16 under 14 AV knockout 1500 metres. The competitors are Elisa Waugh, Wellington; Yara Taylor, Western Athletics; Carolina Saikovsky, Essendon; Simone Maladette, Collingwood; Georgia Durham, Box Hill; Tamsin Lovis, Box Hill; Jessica Ing, Doncaster; Ruby Dixon, Yarra Rangers; Saskia Lloyd, South Melbourne; Olivia Harper, Box Hill; Ruby Crisp, Ringwood; Ruby Ali, Essendon; Imogen Payne, Casey Cardinia; and Amelia Belleville, Mentone. That's your field, including VMC runners as well as AV knockout. And going to the front, we have our Ringwood athlete, and that is Crisp. Crisp is followed by Taylor, followed then by Waugh, and then Maladette, as they have 3 laps left to go. That is Ruby Crisp of Ringwood, as she leads them into the back straight. So it looks like Taylor now has gone to the front, and the early leader is dropping back slightly. We've got Elisa Waugh well placed at this stage, some of the early runners. Simone Maladette from Collingwood also up there, as they make their way around past the throwing cages. It is Yara Taylor, looks like, from Western Athletics, but we'll confirm as she comes down towards the straight. So running very well. It is Yara Taylor from Western Athletics, has established a good lead at this stage. We have Elisa Waugh on the inside, running comfortably, followed then by Amelia Belleville. Also on the outside is Lois, and a whole group of runners in there. And a nicely packed field. But good lead here at this stage by Yara Taylor, who took the lead a little over 100 metres into the race. And she's running well. The Wellington athlete Elisa Waugh has now established herself in second, but she leads a large group of girls just in behind her. As they make their way down the back straight, Taylor running extremely well. But now Waugh is trying to bridge that gap a little, but without huge success, as the rest of the field is clinging to her. And past the throwing cages again, and it is Yara Taylor, Western Athletics. So Taylor now comes into the straight. So moving in next place, Ruby Dixon is also well placed on the inside. Waugh's fall back a little bit, but lap out now, and now Taylor's got to work hard to keep this lead. So Taylor leading Dixon, followed by Waugh. Coming around the outside is Durham and Lovis. Still in front, Taylor working hard. Dixon, Waugh leads the rest of the pack, but now they're starting to move around the outside of with Durham also well placed from Box Hill. 300 metres to go. Dixon, the lead is now narrow as she really moves in on Taylor. Taylor still holding a very narrow lead. Dixon, a little over 200 metres to go. Taylor's found a little bit extra here and starting to increase the lead once again. Coming strongly then, Waugh's really moved strongly there, the tall figure from Wellington. Really running strongly, going past Dixon to this stage, making a big run on the early leader of Taylor. And she goes flying around the outside of her. And the early leader's nothing. This is Elisa Waugh from Wellington coming up the straight now. Really timed to run very well, held well back, and she's pulling right away. Elisa Waugh from Wellington coming home very, very strongly. Great run here by Yara Taylor, had led. Taylor followed in then next by Sajkovsky, followed then by Dixon, followed then by Lovis, followed then by Ing. Coming in next, we got Lloyd, and the rest of the field very close in behind her.